Hello, my name is Kang, and this is my ethical reflection on the child labor dilemma and city confectionery. We are confronted with a severe moral dilemma, a right versus right conflict. On one hand, our corporate duty demands the strict compliance with code and law to avoid risks. On the other hand, our human duty warns that a strict action like firing the children could cause a catastrophic harm, driving them to more dangerous work. This is a state of analysis paralysis. To move forward, I must reject the traditional profit-only instrumental logic. As a CSO, my mandate is to adopt integrative, responsible leadership logic. This is a morally superior choice. It redefines our purposes to create a shared value for all stakeholders and mandate that we treat them as end in themselves, not just as a mean to cheaper production. So, why does a quick fix fail? A strict duty framework approach, just following the rules, ignore the disastrous consequential risks. It fulfills a duty, but it creates more harm than good. When our duties conflict, simple rules are not good enough to guide us. My integrative approach is therefore as a synthesis of two frameworks. I rely on the right approach, which gives us our non-negotiable rules to protect the human dignity of the children. And I combine it with the visual approach, which provides us our character asking, what would a compassionate and responsible company do? This synthesis justifies the recommendation over simple risk avoidance. So, this brings us to the pathway out of the dilemma. We must employ our moral imagination. We have to shift our mindset from asking restrictive questions, what should be done, to a more creative one, what could be done. This creative step allows us to generate a third way, a solution beyond those two imperfect options. That third way is our new code of conduct. The first pillar is rigorous governance. As an architect, we will adhere to global hypernorms like the ILO convention over any weaker local laws. The third pillar is proactive mitigation, a community investment fund to address the root cause of poverty, demonstrating substantive and responsibility. The heart of this code is the second pillar, compassionate recommendation. This enacts the servant leader roles when our mandate is to improve, not worsen, the child situation. Our protocol, funded by our investment fund, involved immediate removal, providing full educational and nutritional support, and offering vocational training to an elder family member. To ensure this system works, the first pillar must be enforced by independent third-party monitoring, requiring SI 8000 certification. We will also apply mild section like corrective action plans rather than immediate termination. And we will practice fair cost allocation, sharing the financial responsibility with our supplier. We will run a consequentialist check on this plan. For children, the impact is clearly positive: education and dignity. For city confectionery, we see the short-term cost, but massive long-term gains in reputation and trust. For the society, we act as a corporate citizen settling a new and positive standard. Crucially, this plan cannot be enforced from an ivory tower. As a weaver, I must challenge my own biases to recognize that for many, child labor is a survival mechanism. Our strategy, therefore, the GLOCAL moderation, balancing our global hybrid norms with local empathy and direct community investment. From this, I learned that instrumental RL approach is morally inferior in a weak institutional context. Good Ethical decisions require the practice method. You cannot just use moral institution for wicked problems like this. Those complex right versus right dilemmas demand moral imagination. As a future graduate, I am committed to this proactive mindset. I will practice moral imagination by prioritizing what could be done. I will practice X8 responsibility, anticipating problems before they happen. And I will strive to enact the weaver and servant leader roles in my career. So, in the conclusion, this is a complete strategic overhaul. Our three-pillar solution moves city confectionery from a reactive to a proactive transparent leader. With 25-month timeline, we will prioritize IO standard and create new industry benchmark, fulfilling our roles as a corporate citizen. And thank you for listening. This is my academic reference.